Good morning and welcome to Mimosas in the Morning. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Holly.
And this is our friend Christa Delgado who's joining us today here in not so sunny and not so warm Florida.
I get a sweater.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah.
But
and
we are
I have
outside.
boots. Look, you can't see it, but look, we're wearing boots.
And I
sweaters.
didn't No, I still have my Toms on just because.
You're keeping it real.
What can I say?
There you go. So this morning with Christa being here, what is basically your career we're going to talk about. What is your home career? But it's not just about being dieting. That's a big stigma.
Ooh, that's a four-letter word in my
But we
book.
don't like it. It's a naughty.
Yeah.
So tell us, Christa, what is your home career? Because we don't like to say home business.
Yeah.
It's a career.
Yeah.
Whatever you decide to do is a career.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just super excited to be with you guys this morning, sharing kind of what I do and other people that are our partners. So I'm a health and wellness coach. And what we do is we help clients really all over the country. So that's a really cool thing about being a military spouse, even though I am retiree.
We're going to get to that
yes.
because
Yes.
that's a big thing.
This is another Marine Corps spouse, so we did go back Marine Corps today.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Was that an Army shirt you were wearing? Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm going to throw down all those shirts. I got to come in there. Yeah, we're going to support him.
Yeah. So, so I'm a health and wellness coach. We do help people a lot for weight loss. That's probably the number one thing people come to us for. But we really focus on nutrition, your habits, and really making it a lifestyle. The biggest thing is educating yourself, so it's not that diet four-letter word. I mean,
Which is a naughty.
Yeah, it is. And, how many diets have all of us been on before over the years? And so that is what just spoke to me so much about this career shift that I did about almost 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And think about what you did
Lisa,
before.
hello.
Yeah.
And we have Sally on the join us too. Hi.
Yeah.
Well, Christa made a shift because I've known Christa now for
A long time.
long time. I can't even tell you how long at this point. So when I met Christa,
15 years maybe?
long time.
More than that? I don't know.
But she was, she's also a very talented interior designer. So that's
Well,
where.
look at her today.
A little fashion.
Yeah, I know.
A sass and comfort.
Yeah. and you're
Yeah.
I like bling.
Yeah.
And you're blinging it for me then.
Yeah.
She's so happy.
I don't get to dress up as often now that I am health and wellness because I do sport around some more
And we're in
fun
Tampa.
athletic leisure wear.
Tampa does it the best though.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
they're very big. We had an episode about that. About how Tampa wears nice athletic clothes.
Yes.
And
yeah.
the right underwear.
And bra.
clothes.
And the right bra.
That's very important. Yes. Very important.
Okay, so how did you get started in your career as a health coach?
Yep.
Because it's an amazing story. We know it, but we have to share this with you. So
Yeah,
instead of
thank
sharing
you.
it,
So like Leslie said, I used to be an interior designer for 18 years, and it was a great career. I did go to school for it and business as well. But I was able to take it with me as I moved around as a military spouse. But 18 years, I was an interior designer, and that's how I was introduced to this. My coach actually hired me as a designer, okay, to help her in her home. What I didn't realize was the path that was being laid out in front of me, because she realized that I was living on coffee, never eating breakfast, never drinking water, and I was exhausted. I mean, like, I was a mom of 3 kids, running a business, and I was burning the candle at both ends. And she saw that in me. She couldn't believe, as I was working with her as her designer for, months, she couldn't believe that I really wasn't eating much or even drinking, And she kept, she'd send me out the door with water or like a protein bar, like, eat this, drink that, you drink more, drink. And that's really how I was introduced to it. The more I got to know her, of course, I asked some questions. And then when I learned that there's so many different plans to helping people, diabetes is one. My mom passed away at 56 from the complications of diabetes. And then my daughter was pre-diabetic, or borderline, I should say, at the time. And so I had put on about 40 pounds and I had zero energy. So when she said that I could drop some weight and that I could get some energy, I was willing to try just about anything, because I had been there, done that, and nothing was working anymore for me. So that's how I got introduced to it, really.
because of what happened with your mom and then your daughter, that was the.
Because
Because a lot
like
of
a
people have
catalyst,
it, that
Just
just
the point where it's
Wait,
like,
that's
do
it.
it, do it.
you know, I always say, like, I have many facets to my story,
Yeah.
right? So those are two major facets that I'm so passionate about it. And whenever I have a client that's pre-diabetic or diabetic, it gets my heart, right? It gets my heart. But for me, my personal journey, I was just so tired and I was so stressed out and I wasn't sleeping well. And the aha moment was a picture a year prior to meeting her.
Okay.
And I was like, who the heck is that in the picture? Like, I had just lost myself. I just didn't realize what I had become or what I looked like again, but I just knew how exhausted I was. I was so tired in the afternoons, I literally would almost cry because I just thought there's gotta be more than this, you know? I was just living the life and going and going and going, being the mom, but yet I was
I think a lot of people, that is something, I think for me, you just said, like, when you look at a picture and you're like, who is this person?
Yes.
This is not me. I do not recognize this person.
Yeah.
And then you start looking in the mirror going, I don't feel like the person that I was.
Girl, I
before.
had clothes from Target, all the maxi dresses, all the tunics, all the leggings, covering myself up, probably making myself look bigger, because I was determined to get back into my beautiful clothes in the closet. So I just lived off this chair for like almost 2 years. So clean clothes, I just kept rotating them. And my husband kept saying, let's pack them up, put your clothes in your closet. And I just said, no, one day I'm going to get back in them. And I did. And I have been this size now for over 5 years because I've embraced health, not another diet.
Exactly.
Everything's lifestyle.
It is.
It's not going to work unless you make the complete change and the turnaround in your mind.
Yep, it is. That is key. It is the mindset. And that truly for me happened about 6 months after I lost the weight. And that is when I decided to become a health coach and really help other people, because it was that light bulb moment.
Someone helped you, and now
And
you're
it's
passing
in
it.
every area of my life now too.
So here's the thing. February's coming up.
Yes.
Valentine's is coming up.
Yes.
What's the big thing?
What are some tips, some healthy tips?
Well, I have something for you. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so.
She's been working on this, so just watch out.
Oh.
So, here's my thing. It's so good. You know, everybody loves chocolate,
Of
right?
course.
And chocolate makes you want to do what?
I don't know what
Come on, Leslie.
I love cake. Y'all know this.
I can
Right?
definitely do it.
Come on, everybody. Chocolate makes you dance. Okay, and then when they start talking about dancing, he says chocolate, then you know, guess what happens? Then you cannot dance to the music, correct?
And Holly's always
Uh-huh.
dancing to her own music.
I
So we
am.
know.
I am.
Hey, I was
always
just
music.
playing.
So I brought a little chocolate
Also, you
because
can
I do make homemade truffles, but this one I saw and I'm like,
Oh
I
my!
don't know if this is a naughty.
It's not X-rated, is it?
No, I promise you, not. No, but you can do whatever you need to.
We
We
can
got
do
a sweet
it.
little half of yours later, and we will.
Are we opening?
Yes,
We're
you're opening.
We're opening.
my.
Okay.
Because we're just gonna tell us if this is a naughty or not. Because that's a big thing. Bread, pasta, and of course chocolate.
Oh,
It's something
my
that you
Lord.
have to get rid of. If you
Woo,
can't
that's
have it.
the bomb right there.
So
That's
I
the
figured
bomb.
I was gonna make some little cute little truffles. And then I saw this, I'm like, oh no.
So we
That's
got
a
the
mad daddy of the
chocolate.
truffle.
I love it.
So, can you still have chocolate?
Yes, but first I have to share. I am a recovering chocoholic. Can I just say that? Seriously, no, really, it was my habit I had every night at 8 or 8:30 at night.
See?
I
didn't even
had
know
to
that.
have chocolate. It was like that Southern thing where you got to have dessert
Yeah.
after dinner. What I did was get those kids to bed, then I treated myself, right?
Right.
But what I realized, it was becoming a habit and not a good one. And then I started singing it later, right?
Mhm.
So now, yes, Valentine's coming up. So I'll give you a couple tips first.
Okay.
So if you're going to have a cocktail, I would recommend champagne. It's only 90 calories.
That's
Yes.
a good one.
So mimosas and champagne, if we did that this morning, where is my champagne anyway? They did not give it to you.
You know, it is right after the holidays.
cold.
We're cold. We're doing the best we
So we're
can.
going to have a
cold.
chocolate toddy or
I know,
something.
and I know we need to get with our beautiful little artist who does all of our stuff and get us some cute little coffee mugs.
Yes.
Since we are dealing with coldness.
But I would
Cold.
say is, you know, champagne, have that without the orange juice if you want to save some calories. Because really, it's the sugar in the juice that is causing, your blood sugars or insulin to kind of spike up. So champagne would be my choice.
So
my
she's
cocktail
telling us that we could
choice.
just drink champagne on this
Well,
show.
that's right.
I never have to do oranges.
Can I come back and we do that?
Yeah,
Of
just
course.
champagne.
So one question about that too. So they have a lot of let's just say, I like to drink beer. So they have the new options that are your lower carbs, is that a decent option for occasion, occasionally have?
It is. I mean, definitely go with a lower carb if you're watching your sugars and your carbs, right? The one thing I always recommend when you are going to indulge in cocktails is to have a water in between them. Because alcohol is really going to dehydrate you. It's not good for your skin, and it's not good for the morning after. So if you have water in between your cocktails, yes, then you will feel better the next morning too. Plus, it just slows down your consumption and your calorie intake. Now, I do not drink beer because I don't care for it that much. My husband's a huge craft beer drinker, but I'm actually allergic to barley, so I can't drink beer.
Really?
Yes. Again, my cocktail of choice would be vodka. It is, it regulates better with blood sugars, and it's definitely going to be something that won't add the weight, but it's also what you put into it.
Could you do like a seltzer, something
Yes, I
like
do
that?
club soda.
Okay.
I do club soda, not tonic water, which used to be my favorite, triple lime. Man, this has turned into an alcohol show.
I know. What happened to my chocolate?
And it's
This is
10:30 in the morning.
beer.
Well, I mean,
But-
we're gonna find out. We have to have all the tips.
I'm
because,
sure
yeah,
Sally's on here going, yeah, let's talk about
Yeah.
beer instead.
So, but I used to do tonic water. There's 24 grams of sugar in tonic water.
Oh yeah.
So
Wow.
you might as well eat the chocolate, right?
Right.
Like have something better. So I do tonic water.
So basically what you're
chocolate.
saying is, yes, you can indulge in a drink.
Yeah, or two.
Two.
Yeah,
Keep an eye on your sugars. Have
Yes.
your
Yeah.
water.
You
Yeah.
can have a chocolate truffle, maybe not one as big as
Well, so
the one
that
that
bar.
Holly gave.
So not sharing size.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it is.
exactly right. So with chocolate, number one, and I'll tell you, just Halloween, Christmas has kind of come and gone, right? The stuff I used to buy, the Reese's peanut butter cups, the Kisses, all of that, yeah, I had it always, and I could pop them in. Again, I'm a recovering chocoholic, but I don't eat that stuff anymore because now that I have kind of cleansed my palate, my taste buds, I only go for the best quality. I want dark chocolate. It has antioxidants, so that's my
So it
big
gives you an
tip,
answer
right?
how they can dance.
Right? And also, maybe combine some nuts with your dark chocolate, almonds, walnuts, pecans, a little bit more fatty, but almonds and walnuts are a little bit better for you. But the dark chocolate, even some sea salt, if you like that, really good. But it is about quality over quantity. The other thing that I've learned and what we teach is it's an indulgence. Like we don't want to have it every day like I
Or
used
8
to.
o'clock at night.
Yeah, because then that's gonna mess up your sleep.
Yeah.
We gotta work on sleep habits.
Yeah.
But it's dark chocolate, the quality, and definitely the quantity. Something like that, I would definitely share. Say thank you. My daughter's gonna love it too. But yeah,
You can
that's
share with Deanna too.
Oh yes.
So my last thing is we're going to talk about real quick because we need to wrap everything up, sadly, because we could talk about this.
I know.
Is how you went. What I think of you is other than being a strong, amazing woman. She's from the
Thank
South,
you.
so I have to give her kudos there. But is how you have gone from being an active duty spouse, and a lot of people say they lose themselves. They forget that identity because they have identified so much as I'm a military spouse. This is our life. This is where we're going. And even though they didn't maybe do anything as a spouse, they were still submersed with their career, everything going with it. and all that.
Yes.
But you have maintained that even after the fact. Your husband is retired how many years now?
5.5 years.
5 years now.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
you still have maintained a very successful business. Still raising your beautiful 3 children.
I'm very active in the military community.
But you are still active very much in our military community.
Yeah.
So
No, I love this this question. When we first retired and we moved back down to Tampa, my husband's from here. It was hard finding my groove. It was hard finding groups of friends, and I'm really thankful for a lot of the local friends that I made, and they really welcomed me and brought me in. But something kind of, again, felt missing a little bit, and that's when a couple years later I went and found the Spouses Club on base. And it's just like you have this connection with people. So if I can say anything is, if you're in an area that has some type of military spouses club, get involved. That's really what I did. Because if you don't create it, other people are not going to do it for you.
right.
You have to
Exactly.
reach out to people, and especially as military spouses, that's the biggest thing. Like in civilians, sorry, love so many of you, but military spouses, we have to put ourselves out there and be vulnerable because, in a year or two, they're going to be moving. So you've got to make the most of what you have right now. And it's the same thing when you retire. You have to find the people you connect with. And I'd also say try new things, try to find new ways to volunteer, try to get involved in your kids' school. I mean, our oldest is in college, our youngest is 7th grade. So you just have to get involved. I mean, I know.
And that's what I love about your career is that you've actually able to bring on some people that I'm very different and love, and you have changed their life.
Yeah.
Totally flipped it around, make things better. Where they're not so tired, they've lost a lot of weight. They started their own business off of this, and that's something when they leave from here, they're able to take it somewhere else. So high fives, oops, a little dance, because I think that's a great thing, and pat on the back because giving that to someone else is a blessing. It really
that's the biggest thing. As a designer, I was able to help people feel better in their homes, but this way we're really able to make changes in people's lives in every area. It's not just the weight loss. It's so many other, and that's what we say we're transformational coaches. And we love partnering with people, helping other people. We do have a lot of military spouses that we partner with, but again, it's because you can do this from anywhere. I literally was in Canada a couple weeks ago, helping people get healthy, helping some of our partners help people. It is a mobile business. So I love it. And it's also empowering, especially my military friends, right? Giving them something to find passion and purpose in, because I think so many military spouses find their identity in their husband or in their husband's career and never not themselves. And if you have a big heart for people, I know these two lovely ladies do. I mean, what they're doing with this whole platform is amazing. But again, that is what shifted me in my mindset is so many people can do what I'm doing. You don't have to be like me. It's just if you have a heart for helping people and want to find purpose, and that's my new community, my tribe.
That's your why.
It's my why now. And now helping others get the same.
Well, thank you again.
And
thank you for joining us. And remember that Military Home Base is bringing you home one base at a time. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you.